helping you improve your job skills and learn how to get the career you want. This is Career Talk with host Matt Lowney.
Welcome to Career Talk, the show that gives you information for your career direction. I'm your host, Matt Lowney, and our guest today, we're going to do something a little different today. We're actually going to just have one guest the entire episode. We thought, we're going to spend a lot of good quality time with this guy. So with me today is Joe Scarlett. He is the former retired CEO of Tractor Supply Company and also the founder of the Scarlett Leadership Institute at Belmont University. Joe, thanks for being on.
Well, glad to be here.
That's probably the longest title I've had in a while, but I want to make sure I got it right. So tell me a little bit about your background and then also the Leadership Institute.
Well, up until the last couple of years, I'm a career retailer. I spent 15 years in New Jersey at a discount store chain, and I've spent 28 years at Tractor Supply Company and finally retired there almost 2 years ago. And now I've been working at Belmont University trying to build a leadership institute.
So retirement wasn't for you then?
Retirement wasn't for me. My wife said I married you for better or worse, but not for lunch.
Not for lunch, not every day. So, I guess leadership, tell me a little bit about that, because it's something that sounds fairly new at Belmont. It sounds a little different. So what is a leadership institute?
Well, our overall arching objective is to help Middle Tennessee business executives become better business executives.
Okay.
It's about giving back to the community and helping people learn those kinds of things that maybe I learned the hard way and some of the rest of us learned the hard way.
Sure. So let's talk about some of those leaderships. I think we all know that leadership is kind of the key to be successful. So let's kind of talk about why are leadership skills so valuable and why do you think so many people don't have them?
Well, leadership skills are simply the difference between being successful and not being successful. People that know how to lead effectively in the business environment are the ones that achieve the results, and those that do not are on the other end of the spectrum. And the question is why some don't and some do not. Probably because they haven't had the right encouragement along the way, the right direction, the right mentoring, and maybe they work for companies where that's not considered to be an important topic.
So when you set out to develop the Scarlett Leadership at Belmont, the Institute at Belmont University, kind of what was your process to make that happen?
Well, I was inspired by a friend of mine who was a former vice chairman of Walmart, and his name was Don Soderquist, and he created a leadership institute in Northwest Arkansas about 8 or 9 years ago. And Don was my inspiration, and Don was here at Belmont speaking about his leadership institute in March of 2005, and I thought to myself, wow, that's something that I could probably do here. And that sort of got us going down the path, and then we studied what had been done at other leadership institutes, what Don had done and what had been done at other places, and we made an infamous trip to Notre Dame. Now, at Notre Dame, they had created a leadership institute. They're just getting it off the ground, and it was one that was designed by academics, and they had not involved the business community. Well, it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out the way you're going to get people involved is to get the business community involved. So I contacted 50 Middle Tennessee CEOs that I knew one way or another, and 35 of them got together with us. We got together in small groups, 2 or 3 or 4 around a table, and we spent an hour and a half or 2 hours talking about leadership. What is it? I guess one of the key questions I asked was, what leadership skills do your high potential mid-level executives need that you're not providing today? And they simply outlined those skills for us, and from that, we put together our first signature executive program.